Hey guys, what's going on? Jebb here, and in today's video, we are going to be doing some Bitcoin and Ethereum technical analysis. On today's video, I'm going to be giving you an updated Bitcoin price prediction for Monday of this coming week, and I'm also going to be showing you how Ethereum is currently sitting at a crucial decision point, and what it does from here is going to dictate what the next couple of weeks on your favorite altcoin are going to be doing. Guys, if you do enjoy today's video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, but without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get started on the chart. Bitcoin, as you know, has been rallying quite a bit today. If we look down here on the hourly chart, we can see that Bitcoin has rallied over the last 5 hours more than 6% to its current local resistance level of $57,000. Tim was actually saying just a second ago out in our planning meeting that we actually, right now, are seeing what we are going to dub an inverse Batman symbol. Guys, this looks like the upside-down Batman symbol, but no, seriously, it is an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and those inverse head and shoulders patterns have very particular price targets, and I want to show you what this one looks like. The way that we use these inverse head and shoulders patterns is by measuring from the bottom of the head all the way up here to the neckline, and then using that measurement to extrapolate from where we break out. Now, I can't tell you the exact day that we're going to break $57,000, but I think it's going to happen relatively soon based on the symmetry of these shoulders. Notice how this left shoulder is roughly 4.5 days long. This right shoulder is also roughly 4.5 days long, so I expect sometime today or early on tomorrow we are going to see a breakout of this inverse H&S. And if we look at that price target, we can see that that is pointing all the way up to $66,000. Now, let's go to full screen. I want to tell you guys something. I am not by any means expecting that Bitcoin is going to go to $66,000 this weekend. However, I do think in the next couple of weeks that is more than likely. I think, based on everything I'm seeing, and I'm about to give you more evidence of this, that Bitcoin will be trading close to $60,000 by Monday at 9:30 when we go live for Coffee and Crypto. So let's jump back onto the chart because there's a couple more things I want to show you. Out on the daily chart, guys, Bitcoin currently has something crucial going on. If I get rid of all of this technical analysis and go to a clean chart, you guys can see that Bitcoin has just now more or less confirmed a bullish cross on the MACD. On daily chart, Bitcoin MACD, tomorrow, bar some crazy massive bearish event happening, Bitcoin's MACD is going to cross bullish. It's going to result in a large uptrend. For those of you guys who haven't seen the last 10 times I've talked about this recently, whenever Bitcoin has a bullish MACD cross, it almost always results in a major uptrend. Notice the last 3 times we saw large uptrends ranging anywhere from roughly 130% to, on the low end, 20%. Well, here's the thing, guys. We haven't even broken bullish yet, so 20% to the upside would be right under that level that we just talked about. It would be rallying us all the way up to, let's see, $68,000. Our price target that we just discovered was $66,000. So that's all lining up. We expect that it should go above $66,000 in the next few weeks, but let's talk about where it's going to go this weekend. Again, if we look at our TD sequential, we can see that we just saw a green flash on the TD sequential. That's a bearish flash. Excuse me, that's a bullish flash. That's an inverse 9 on TD sequential, which points to the upside. And we can also see, very importantly, that Bitcoin just broke the 20 daily EMA right here, meaning that we are now moving into a new uptrend, and we are going to want to pay attention to that because we now know that Bitcoin is in a strong uptrending level of resistance. So here's the deal. Bitcoin needs to break $57,000, and then it is more than likely going to go into a rally. Why $57,000? Well, $57,000 is the neckline of this inverse Batman symbol, this inverse H&S that we've been talking about. So 57K is the last barrier that we need to break down if we want to go to the upside. Let's go to full screen. I want to discuss this very, very briefly. Bitcoin right now is obviously bullish. It's rallied a couple $1,000s today alone. In fact, it looks like it's going to continue. Now the question is, how far is it going to go? Here's the thing, guys. Even though I think it's going to go to $66,000 to $70,000 in the next few weeks, I also think that it's going to take time for that to happen. And there is actually a potential that Bitcoin could reject from $57,000 and nullify the entire idea of a rally completely. In fact, there are even some analysts that are saying that Bitcoin could reject at $57,000, pull all the way down to $41,000, and then bounce and rally to $80,000. Now, I'm not in that camp, but that is an idea that is floating around out there in the ether. However, I think most likely out of all of those scenarios I just touched on that we're going to break $57,000 and enter a rally. I also think that this rally is going to slow down a little bit, and we're more than likely by Monday going to be sitting around $60,000. Let's go back to the chart and I'll show you where I get that number from. Out here on the daily chart, you guys will be able to tell as soon as I turn it on that VPVR recommends roughly $60,000 as the top of our resistance zone. You can see right up here around $60,000 to $61,000. That is where the VPVR tapers off. As soon as we start to to break $60,000, we're probably going to start moving very quickly. I don't think we're going to be through this major zone of resistance by Monday. So by the beginning of Monday, I think we're going to be trading between $59,000 and $60,000. So guys, that is my prediction on Bitcoin. We will see whether or not it comes true by the next time we go live here on the channel. But now let's go ahead and move on to Ethereum, because there is quite a bit that I want to show you here on this market. Namely, we have to start with a little bit of charting, because if we look on Ethereum's hourly chart, you guys will be able to tell that Ethereum was in a rising wedge right here. We had an uptrending level of resistance and an uptrending level of support. Now, the most important thing you need to remember about rising wedges is that, and wedges in general, is that they break to the opposite direction that they're pointed 70% of the time. In this case, this actually came true. You can see over the last 24 hours, we have been breaking down bearish out of it because we were pointed to the upside. So we followed that statistical likelihood that we were going to break to the downside. Another thing that you can see me drawing here is that this market has now gone into some form of consolidation pattern right here, and this might actually mean that we're going to move to the upside even more. Let me explain. Ethereum has two tops right here and several bottoms down here, representing the fact that we are now into a symmetrical triangle pattern. If I clear out this chart a little bit, you will be able to see it quite clearly. This market has been trading sideways. We went into an uptrend and now we're trading sideways. What does that mean? Well, if you're in an uptrend and then you're trading sideways, what you just did is you just took one step towards being bearish. So the question is, are the bears going to win now? If we're in a war, one side was pushing, and then everything just stopped. There's a stalemate. There's a piece going on or something. There's something like that. Right now, the bulls and the bears are tied. It's 10-10. It's 100-100. We want to figure out who's going to win. So the question is, who's going to win? Let's go back out to the daily chart and let's try and attempt to answer that. If we look here on the daily chart, you're going to find that RSI is sitting around 70, and you're also going to see that the MACD is bullish. That is very good. If we look at the volume, you can see the volume is tapering off. That would indicate that, one, we're in a symmetrical triangle pattern. It would also, two, indicate that the bears are starting to win, because if there was a lot of volume, then you would expect the trend that we're in to continue. I won't go too deep into that. One thing I also want to talk about, though, is that Ethereum here is very far above all of its moving averages. It's very clearly in a long-term uptrend. So let's go back down to the hourly chart and let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. The last thing I want to show you is this uptrending level of resistance right here on Ethereum. And this is going to be where we figure out where Ethereum is going next. This uptrending level of resistance means that Ethereum is in a rising trading channel. This rising trading channel is likely going to push us much higher in the long run. I have told you guys in previous streams that it has a price target of $3,200 within the next month. That doesn't mean it's going to happen now, though. But here's a counter argument that I want to bring to your attention, and that is the fact that we've actually tested this level of resistance 3 times. Notice right here we have one test, a second test, and a third test. If you guys have gone through the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, our video on support and resistance details what happens when a market hits resistance 3 times or more. It means that that level of resistance is being constantly tested over and over and over again. And if you keep testing something over and over again, you start to wonder, well, hang on a minute, at what point are we just going to break it? Why do we keep testing this, and why are we not breaking it? So I would like to posit that if Ethereum rallies up here to around $2,800 again, test this resistance a 4th time, then we're likely going to break through it. So this is the decision point that I want to show you guys. Ethereum is sitting right below this crucial level of resistance. It has 2 options. It can either break to the downside and likely come down to this uptrending level of support and bounce somewhere around $2,350. Or Ethereum can break to the upside and rally more than likely to our price target of $3,200. I'd love to hear what you guys think on that. I'll tell you what I think. Even though Ethereum, technically speaking, is testing this level multiple times, I am inclined to believe, just based off of experience, that we're going to break to the downside here. But that being said, it's really very hard to tell. I'm very torn right now. Sometimes in technical analysis, you guys are going to find a time where, let's go to full screen and discuss this really quickly. Sometimes in technical analysis, you're going to find a time where you're torn in 2 directions. I could see Ethereum breaking to the downside here based on everything we just discussed. Or I can see Bitcoin rallying, Cardano rallying, Polkadot rallying, all these Binance Coin rallying, all these other altcoins and cryptocurrencies rallying, and it causing Ethereum to move to the upside. I'm a little bit split right now where I think Ethereum is going to go. It's on a knife's edge. In some moments, I'm on the bearish side, and in some moments, I'm on the bullish side. The point I want to make here is that no matter what Ethereum does over the next couple of days, you need to be aware of this decision point, because whichever way Ethereum finally decides to go is going to be a strong trend, and it's going to be an opportunity for you to make a trade. And no matter what happens, I think in the next couple of weeks, we are going to be trading at $3,200 or even higher. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. Guys, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you haven't already, join our Discord server. I am going to be doing a Q&A event here in 3 hours from when I am recording this at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And I am going to be answering a ton of questions, and I have a very special announcement that only the people in that Discord event are going to get to hear. It's called Q&A event. It's in our Discord server. Make sure to jump in over there. There'll be instructions and everything. You can look on our Twitter. There's going to be all kinds of ways to find out what's going on. Make sure to join us. Link in the description box down below. If you guys want to learn how to do technical analysis like we've just done in this video and use it to come to conclusions on where you think the market is going to go, I highly recommend checking out the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, as linked in the description box down below. And if you haven't already, make sure to sign up for my preferred trading platform, Bybit. That link is down below also. It is a fantastic platform, one that you should definitely consider. If you sign up down there, you will be helping to support this channel, as it is an affiliate link. Guys, that is going to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.